Hey guys, welcome to Waypoint X Wednesdays. My name is Judd. We've got an awesome topic to talk about today, so you better stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Like I said, my name is Judd, and this is Waypoint X Wednesdays. So glad that y'all are joining in with us. So hit that subscribe button, leave us a like, leave us a comment, and hit that bell for all notifications. Guys, it's a little bit different. The background's a little different. We are in a condo down in Panama City Beach for Florida Jeep Jam and having a blast. We're building an obstacle course, and we are actually recording this video on Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. And so we are super excited that we are down here. And so we wanted to talk a little bit about Jeep events, Florida Jeep Jam, and things of that nature, and talk to you about the three things that we really encourage you to do at a Jeep event. And so this goes for all Jeep events, not just Florida Jeep Jam, but we're going to be talking a lot about Florida Jeep Jam within this podcast just because we are here this week, and, man, we love it. And so, like I said, we're building an obstacle course, and when this video, comes out, we're going to be in it to win it, to try to build this course and make sure it debuts in the best condition it can be come Thursday night. And so if you are watching this video on Wednesday, you still have time to make plans to come down for the weekend. And so we would love to see you. And like I said, if you see us out there on the track, please wave us down. We'd love to talk to you, love to chat, love to shake your hand. And so, come say hi. But let's get into today's topic and the three things that we think that you should really think about when going to a Jeep event. And so for this Jeep event in particular, I'm really a fan of something that has to do with off-road. I'm not a big fan of going to a Jeep event that doesn't have an off-road aspect. And so this event not only has an obstacle course, which isn't awesome. I mean, I might be a little biased because I built it, but it has excursions. And so you go along the intercoastal waterway, there's some awesome trails they take you down, things of that nature, and it's just a really fun time. And so there's that off-road aspect to this event that I really love, and they're pushing it. Now, does it have vendor village? Yes. Does it have concerts? Yes. Does it have this, that, and the other, like every other Jeep event? Yes. But I really think having the obstacle course and the excursions and things of that nature really set it apart. Excuse me. And so I think that's an awesome thing. And so I really push when trying to find an event for that atmosphere, because it really just makes the event so much better than just a vendor village. I really think it, you got to have the whole thing to make it worthwhile. And so that's kind of like my first thing, is making sure, when you're researching events, see if they got an off-road aspect to it. It might be easy. That's fine, completely fine. But it has that off-road aspect. It's getting you into that off-road mindset and what we all like to do with our Jeeps. I hope you do. I mean, that's the purpose of a Jeep. It's supposed to go off-road, right? And so I really hope that's what you're looking for when you find a Jeep event. But number two, we're going to go dive more into not necessarily the off-road part, but building your Jeep. And so number two is vendor village. So I really highly recommend walking through vendor village. Whether you do the number two and number three, it doesn't matter what order you do those in. So I'm going to talk about both of them kind of simultaneously. So number two is walking vendor village, and number three is walking the parking lot. And so let's talk about walking vendor village. So walking vendor village, you're trying to find parts. You're trying to find what you like. You might see a cool build that somebody brought, whether, a vendor, and looking at those components and maybe looking at these components, whether it's this lift kit or that lift kit or this shock company or that shock company. Maybe it's a tire company. Maybe, it's a type of shade that you put in your Jeep. It could be a winch company. Anything, sky's the limit, right? As far as Jeeps, it could be lighting, this, that, and the other. And so you're looking at all these different things. You're like, oh no, which one do I buy? I don't know how that looks. Maybe it's just a bumper on the ground. You're like, I don't know if that looks good. And so that brings me into my third is walking the parking lot. And so whether it's at the actual event that you're walking the parking lot, or maybe it's at like a social hour. And so like last year, they went to Hammerhead Fred's, and I walked the parking lot. I probably made 2 or 3 laps walking around the parking lot and just looked at people's rigs. Oh, what kind of bumper was that? What kind of rear bumper was that? What kind of winch was that? Things of that nature. And sometimes that sparks interest and say, well, I like that about that Jeep. I like that about that Jeep. Well, that's how that bumper looks on that one. I like that component. maybe I don't like that one. That lift kit looks good. Things of that nature. And so that way you can kind of get a broader aspect of what you might want to get. So then you can go back to Vendor Village and walk it again and figure out what you want to buy. And so I think those things can go back and forth. You can go back and forth what you like. And so, I'll take, for example, like Moto-Built. They brought out the Moto-Built bed last year for the Gladiator. Looked absolutely awesome. And so that was really cool to see. And that was a cool aspect. Like if I had a Gladiator, I would probably put a Bob bed on it and put 40s on it because it just looks good that way. And so that was cool to see inside of Vendor Village. And then you can go outside and maybe, I like that bumper on that Gladiator, or I like this or that. And so it doesn't matter whether you got a TJ, a JK, JL, Gladiator. It does not matter. You can walk that parking lot a million times, and you're always going to see something different. A new Jeep's going to come, whether they were hanging out somewhere else, that new Jeep's going to come. And so I walked the parking lot multiple times during this event. And so I like to see what's out there. Even though my Jeep is kind of where I want it, there's not much I would change about it. I love my lift kit, love my Rusty's kit, love my Fox shocks, things of that nature, bumpers, all Rusty's and everything, love them to death. So I'm kind of set where I'm at, but I've always go back because I might find one little, piece I would want to change about my Jeep, or to help recommend parts for a future customer. Since we do have Waypoint X Garage now, we are working on people's vehicles. And so I want to be more educated and know what's out there so that I can better help my customers, or better help somebody that one of my subscribers or listeners. I get emails all the time, messages all the time. What do you think about this lift kit? What do you think about this? Should I buy this Amazon bumper? And I'm like, no, things of that nature. I get that all the time. And so I want you to know that. And so that way you can go see that. But for me, I'm going to go help that so I can make good recommendations as a, seller of these products. I want to make sure that you're buying quality stuff that's not going to break on you, because I'm not going to put an Amazon bumper on your Jeep and then next thing you know, it's falling off. And so you use the winch one time and it ripped the entire bumper off of it. Seen it happen, you don't want it. And so I really think that's important for me as a shop owner to just kind of see what's out there, and that way I can help you. But I think in your shoes, it's going to help you make your rig yours. And so don't think of it as copying somebody else's rig, because they're all unique. Not one is the same as the next. And so that's what's so cool about the Jeep, is that they're so personalizable, and you can literally change anything and everything out on them. It's almost like, going back and playing with Legos, who as a kid actually read the instructions. You kind of built, you had all these, and like I had a big box just full of Legos, and you would just kind of build just random stuff, and it'd be yours, right? Not, your brothers or your sisters beside you, whoever you were playing Legos with. Nothing was the same because all the parts in the box was different. And so that's kind of like going into a Jeep parking lot. They're all different, and so you might like one thing off of one, like something off of another, and you're going to find what you're looking for. And so I really think those are the three things that you should look into for a Jeep event: off-road, so either obstacle course, excursions, trail riding, things of that nature. I really encourage that. 2, walk the vendor village. 3, walk the parking lot. And those are the 3 things that I would recommend when going to a Jeep event. I know you can go out there and party. You can go to the social events. You can do this, that, and the other thing. They got a whole list, an itinerary of all the things you can do. But top 3, I think those are the most important 3. In my opinion, might get some hate for that. Maybe, all the promoters out there for these events, might get a little hate. But I think that's where it's at. I think those are the 3 most important things, and everything falls below that. So, guys, if you have any questions, please hit us in the comment section below. You can send us a message on Facebook or Instagram, or you can send me an email. Doesn't matter to me. I'd love to talk to you, and I hope to respond to you fairly quickly. Like I said, this is not my full-time job. I am a firefighter paramedic, so I promise you if I don't get back to you super quick, I might be on a call. So just give me a little bit of grace, and I will get back with you. But, guys, we really do appreciate you for tuning in. So hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button, leave us a comment, hit that bell for all notifications. And if you are on Spotify, hit that follow button. But, guys, I know this was a short one. Hopefully, we're going to get to do another one while we're down here, maybe on the obstacle course. We're going to see if we can make that happen. And so we really do appreciate you tuning in. And like we always say, we hope to see you out on the trail.